Hey everyone, Fabian, Empire Build Academy, and we are officially in 2026. One of the things that I said I will be doing as part of the Empire Build Academy website and YouTube channel is starting to look at some of the other games that are out there, some of the popular ones, and definitely some of the newer ones. And this is one of the first videos that I will do in the series. I've never ever played Whiteout Survival. There are reasons for that. Biggest one, not so sure on the graphic side of things, whether it's going to be the kind of thing I'm going to enjoy. But as part of the First Look series, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to check it out. Very first time, and I'm being serious. I've never ever played it. If you have played it, give me your impressions. Tell me what you think about it. Is it pay to win? Is it free to play friendly? Give me your views on this in the comments, and I am now going to go across to the game. This is actually Google Play, and this is me installing it for the first time. The first thing that I will say is 50 million downloads is pretty impressive. 3.8 on the stars, 1 million reviews. Is that good? I guess it's not bad. Let's have a look at some of the comments on there as well. Players enjoy the game's engaging features, unique theme and graphics, with alliances enhancing the experience. The game's ads sparked interest, though some feel misled as they don't represent the core gameplay. Events feel rewarding, but some consider it pay to win. Gameplay is engaging, yet can be repetitive. Opinions differ on the developers. Incidentally, going back to the developers, have they made any other games? Let's have a look. So we can see Kingshot belongs to them. We can also see Tasty Travels, Merge Game, Truckstar, Livetopia, High Seas Hero, Idle, Mafia. Again, I've not played any of these. These are all very new to me, so it would be interesting to see what they are like as a developer. They've obviously gone into the casino side of things as well, but this is all about Whiteout Survival. So let's go ahead and install this now. Okay, so the game is now installed. Let's click on play and see what this is all about. Okay, so this is the game playing for the first time. I actually thought it was going to be in landscape mode, but it looks like it's going to be in portrait mode. Again, this was what put me off from the beginning, is the style, the cartoony look. Not really the biggest fan of that when playing these kind of games. But again, let's not judge. I have played some of these games before where it looks like this at the beginning, but actually when you get into it, it looks very, very different. So as you can expect here, we're starting off with going and getting some resources and doing that side of things for the game. So what I can see obviously is it does definitely look like it is a portrait style game. So if I am going to go ahead and do the 9-step process on future videos for this, I will of course do it in that portrait mode. Let's skip through a few of this and just see what else is going on. Again, if you don't know what's going on here, when you play these kind of games, they all start the same way. They all require you to build things such as resource spots just to get underway, and then there'll be little things that you build as well. So cookhouse, this is a place to prepare and cook food. I would imagine this will be part of your food resource to be able to do that. So now I'm just going to skip ahead a couple of minutes, and if I feel that there's anything that I need to talk about, I'll jump straight back onto the video. Okay, so back on the game, this is the chapter missions. So you can see the first one was light a fire, second one was build cookhouse. So we can take both of them, and then you can see that it's got the other challenges going down. Build sawmill, build hunter's hut. Those are the next challenges. And it said it was of chapter 1. So again, if you want to do that, you can just literally click on where that icon was saying and then build the sawmill and then go through the various different parts of the chapter. Quite smooth in the way it works. I think it's quite nice in terms of just going through the different parts and getting ahead. So that is always something that I do look out for, is how bitty, how jumpy is the game. And the first thing I would say is it seems fairly smooth, which is a good start to playing the game. Okay, so back on here, we've rescued someone, or someone has popped up saying they've rescued something. So this is saying accept the survivors, accept all, only accept healthy, reject all. We will accept all because that just seems to be the logical one to say. Okay, so this is talking about a snowstorm that is imminent. It looks like we have some tasks to complete within the next hour to be rewarded with the different things that you can see there. So food, wood and stone. So it looks like what we need to do there is upgrade the furnace to level 5. We're currently at level 3, and produce 10,000 wood in the sawmill. Currently produce 486. And this is what it looks like when you finish a chapter mission. So this is chapter 2 complete, so I can claim everything on there before moving on to chapter 3. So on this one here, you can see I now need an extra builder's queue for us to continue building, so I can try it for 15 minutes. I would imagine this is where they're going to offer you a pack of some sort to unlock that, or it could even be something that comes on VIP level, but at the moment it's not available for that extra construction queue. So coming back in here, you can see I've got 2 minutes and 50 seconds. I could use a speed up to finish that, which is going down as the seconds pass on. So it's now down to 36. Seems a little bit expensive to me. I'd rather wait the 3 minutes. So that is what I'm going to do currently on these ones. Initial first impressions is it doesn't look too bad, to be fair. In terms of would I play this in the long term, there would have to be a lot that I would have to think about for that. Firstly is how much pay to win it is. I would need to do my research and find out whether this is something that I would potentially continue. But again, it is smooth. The graphics aren't the worst that I've ever seen. And the fact that there are 50 million people on there can have a plus and a negative. Can have a plus because the community and the gameplay and the alliances are all going to be big. They're all going to be strong. There's going to be lots of people to interact with. That can also have a big effect on how successful you're going to be. Because if you are in a game that's got lots and lots of people, in order for you to be powerful, you're likely going to have to spend more money. One of the things that's really good about Evony, and obviously I've done a lot on Evony, is you can get involved in that game in certain mini games or in alliances and still be small and get involved. Question with this one, and if you are watching this and you know the answer, is from a free-to-play perspective, how much can I get involved with things like monster hunting, with events, with attacking, with defending? How does it work for that? Like I say, I've never played this game before. I am going to do my research on it before I jump into the 9-step process on how to play the game. This is just a first look, first initial impressions. It is something that I'm going to persevere with for the first couple of days. But if you've got the answers to those questions I just asked, please do let me know in the comments. So this is a cutscene, and it looks like we've unlocked our first general of sorts, or first hero, and his name is Bahiti. Not sure if he's any good. When you start these games for the first time, I would say with the fact that it's on a purple background could lead to me thinking that maybe he's a purple hero. Maybe there are gold heroes. Maybe he's someone that I don't use in the long term. Not sure at this stage, but we will continue. And this was a small mini game. It was under the Explore tab where we had a small fight, very easy. They always are at the beginning. No issues with winning, but obviously some rewards have come with that. Again, I can see things like the fragments, which is going to be towards getting generals. I can also see gems, which we use to speed up the construction earlier. And then there's other things as well, like books, which is an exploration manual. So there's a lot of different things, but all the kind of things you would expect on a mobile strategy game at this stage. Okay, so down at the bottom you can see that we also get these things here. So that was where exploration is. Heroes has now been unlocked, and if we click inside there you can see the kind of heroes that you can get. I'm not sure if this is the only heroes you get at this stage, but I can, again, exactly as I expected, I can see there's blue backgrounds, purple backgrounds, orange backgrounds. So I would imagine that the gold ones are the better ones to get. You can also see that you can up level these heroes as well. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm also going to use the advanced feature, which this is the recruitment here. So you can see we've got our coins at the top. There are also gems, and you get free recruitments times 5 every day, it looks like. So let's use our first one. So nothing very exciting came out of that. We've got a few more times we can do that. Again, if you are watching this video and you've played this, where are we at with generals? Are these the only generals that are on the game? With Evony, they're bringing out generals all the time. With other games such as Rise of Kingdoms, the generals are generic for everyone that you unlock as you play more. So that would be something I would be intrigued to know is, are these the only generals you get, or are there more to unlock as you go further in the game? So this is where I'm going to end it for the first look series on Whiteout Survival. But before we go, let's just have a look at all the different things that are unlocked. So you can see over here at the top, we have this option here, which is an overview of different things that need doing. Everyone needs to work, so there's some tasks to work through on that. And then next to that, we have this option, and this is where you have all your different survivors and the work they are doing. And it looks like you can assign them to different areas. So you can see I've actually got 7 resting actually over here. So there's something that I've just noticed on the game, which means that I can add some of these people to there, but I've got everywhere full, so that's fine. Then we've got the VIP level. That's normally important on these games. Click into that and let's have a look at what this is saying. And we can unlock various packs. So you can see there is our first pack, £4.99 VIP special pack. I would not be purchasing anything on these games until I've played it for at least 2 or 3 days. The reason I say that, because a lot of these packs that they give you at the beginning are normally very poor poor. I can see there is a chest there that looks like I can collect it, so that is what I'm going to do with that one. And there were some VIP points done there. Unlock, I'm just going to go into that so you can get more time. It's VIP time, that is, that you can unlock via there. What else have we got? Let's come out of the VIP. Let's go into the basket looking option, which I'm imagining is going to be all based around different packs. And there is the first ones. $9.99 pack, ultra value monthly card. Also got a speed up weekly card that can be bought. We've got some construction queue. I did mention that. £2.99 to unlock an extra construction queue, which normally is beneficial on these games, especially if you're going to play long term. But again, if I'm wrong, do let me know in the comments. Weekly, monthly cards, we had a look at them. And then the regular packs, I would imagine there's going to be some bigger packs as well. Normally the $4.99 packs suddenly become $19.99, suddenly become $99.99. And I'm sure at some point we're going to see that in the future as well. And talking of that, there is a $99.99 pack, which are very common on these games, and how these games make their massive amount of money. Going to the bottom, let's have a look at what we've got down here. So we've got these clear exploration stage and steps that we can do. Two ways that you can go into that. You can either click on the text here, which takes you to directly where you need to go, or you can click on the scroll looking icon, and when doing that it will give you a list of all the different missions under that growth stage. So under this chapter there are various different missions that I've got to complete, and then clear exploration stage 10 is the last thing for this particular chapter mission. So chapter 5, I've done everything apart from clearing that exploration. Go into the bottom, we've got obviously the chat as well. I was having a read of that. It looks like you have to be level 6, I think. Furnace level 6 to be able to chat in there. And then of course you've got all the things you would expect with the personal chat and stuff like that. Down at the bottom we've got exploration. This is where you've got your little mini fights going on. Again, I need to get to level 10 on there. Let's have a look at what that looks like quickly. Click on explore, go straight into it. We can quick deploy, and obviously we've got 2 heroes that are currently assigned to this. One's a level 5, one's a level 6. I would imagine these are pretty poor, and you will improve these as you go forward. And I would imagine the orange heroes, that kind of thing, the kind of thing you'd expect. Better generals are obviously going to clear these levels a lot quicker than others. But let's quick deploy and see what that looks like, and then fight. We've got our first auto option. So what that is for the skills that you can see on the timer down here. These are automatically being applied, and then you can also see a ×1 at some point. I would imagine that's going to be unlocked. Clear exploration stage 10. So once I've finished this particular stage and got up to stage 10, that is going to unlock that speed up as well. Let's come back out of there. There's some rewards from that. Let's return to city. Again, let's go and have a look at the bottom. We've got heroes, and in the heroes again, I mentioned about the different ones you can unlock, and you can see I'm getting fragments for the different ones. So I've got 6 of that, 2 of that, 2 of that. Once I have 10, I will then be able to unlock that particular hero. Obviously at the beginning of the game, the oranges and the purples, not many fragments are being thrown out there, but we do have a recruit hero option. Click into that and you get the keys that you can use to unlock the different ones. So you can see we've got them here, and there's also the gems as well. Let's use that free one to see if we actually got a general. We didn't, but we've got something purple, which I imagine is pretty cool. We've got an epic recruitment. That one is going to be the better stuff. Let's see what comes out of this one on the video, and nothing special, but there was my first gold fragment, so heading towards, I think it was 20 that we needed for them. Let's come off that and let's then continue going across. We've got backpack. That is where you're going to find all your items that you are gathering as you go along. So there'll be bonus, gear, other, plenty of different things going on there. But basically that's where you'll find all the things you need to progress on the game. We've got shop unlocked as well, and I'm guessing we can buy all VIP stuff and things like that in there. So there's all different fragments and books and all this kind of stuff. Again, it's all quite smooth, quite clean in how it's all working. And then lastly, let's have a look at these 3 options over here and click on the first one. You can see we've got a first purchase. They always do this. First purchase. Any purchase is normally the way. You would get Natalia, reward for first purchase. She looks like she may be a gold hero, I'm assuming. It comes with some decent stats. And then when we click on top up now, you can see we can buy a $2.99 pack. Is there regular packs for cheaper? No, there isn't. Maybe via the gems there was. Regular pack and gems, there was a 99p. So I'm assuming, do quote me if I'm wrong in the comments, that maybe that first 99p pack would unlock Natalia. Going down there, we've got underneath that, we've got a 7-dayer. Let's have a look at what this one is all about. And this is someone we can claim, actually. Or, oh no, we can claim the gems, so 500, but I'm assuming once you've done the second day is when you would get her, which is a daily signing gift. So it's encouraging you to play more. And also you can ascend these heroes with different fragments as well. Okay, and then underneath that we had the trials. And again, this is different things that are going on, and you would need to complete all these different missions. So logging in for 2 days, 3 days, 5 days. Second day will unlock obviously on the second day, but those are your missions for day one. And obviously if you complete all of these, you're going to get some decent rewards as well. Apart from that, I think I'm going to leave it there. There is the messages where you can get some different rewards as well for downloading and all that kind of stuff. And there is one last one that is not yet unlocked, unfortunately. I don't know what that is. Can I click on it? Reach Furnace level 7 to unlock that one. And then we have the world, which is where you will go and find battles. Reach Furnace level 7 again for that, so not able to go into the world. But my initial impressions are that even though it is quite cartoony in its graphics, it's not the worst one I've ever played. I guess that it might be the reason why you are getting so many people downloading this particular game. But they do advertise heavy with this game. I know played various games. I've been on YouTube, and Whiteout Survival is definitely one of the biggest that is plugged. So they definitely put a lot of money into doing all of that. But apart from that, I'm going to leave it here. I am going to do the 9-step process on this over the next month or so, but of course I need to do my research, find out all the different things, and anything you can let me know in the comments that can be helpful towards that. Maybe there's something you can do at the beginning that can speed up process, that kind of thing. Anything that you can think that maybe help, then please do let me know in the comments, and also give me your impressions on what you think of this game, and I will see you in another video very soon. Thanks for watching.